I like to move it. I like to plan it. I continue with my plans for my US bikepacking awesome adventure crossing the United States on bikepacking 5000k. Not sure why I say 5000k, considering it's actually 5756.4 kilometers, amigo. So what did I do today? I'm like last time I was sharing a bit. Okay, so I was planning and checking out the road surfaces, right? So I wanted to avoid the gravel roads, and I wanted to avoid the highways and freeways and find like the perfect roads. Okay, so this is actually what I kind of been doing today. Okay, so I share my screen, and I found this tricky area. Let's see if we can get this right with GPS. Is a bit slow at times. It doesn't want to work. Okay, here we go. Zoom in. So I think maybe the wild part of the US, it's in the west, right? So I have this exclamation mark here. That's kind of that's a trouble area. That's kind of a typical thing if you do bikepacking at all. Long distance endurance. Like according to this map, it's a highway. I want to avoid highways, lots of traffic and trucks and so on. All those things, right? And if there's kind of like narrow shoulders on the highway, it can also be kind of dangerous, right? So I want to avoid those roads, but when I check this area, I can't really see that there are any other alternatives roads at all. There's nothing kind of going next to this freeway or highway. So what I've been doing today, my research has been about investigating interstates in the US. Can you bike on an interstate? So I still need to do some further investigation into this. Can you bike on an interstate in the US? If you know the answer to this, reach out to me. Okay, but in this area, it seems like you can actually do that, and the shoulders on those freeways is really broad. So the shoulders, you have the freeway, you have the road where you have the actual traffic, the vehicles, right? And then you have the shoulder next to it where you can bike. So it seems like you can actually bike on this stretch. It seems to be really broad as well, wide, so that's pretty cool. So that's why I put the exclamation mark there. Still need to do some extra research, so that's important. Otherwise, I have been kind of okay. So you see all these campsites, all these tent symbols, that's kind of where I plan to stay and spend the night. So that's 200k in between, 200 kilometers. So that's what I want to do every day. So that's 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 400, and so on, right? And especially this beginning, at the beginning, kind of the West US, you can see down here, it's really, at top you have 3000 meters above sea level. So it's kind of in this area. So you have deserts, you have mountains, you have mountain ranges and everything. And then afterwards, kind of somewhere, maybe that's like a third of the way, kind of here, it flattens out. You can see here, it flattens out, and it's really flat. All kind of the rest of the way. So every tent, it's 200k in between. All in all, that's 29 tents I put out. So what I've been doing now is I took a screenshot of this thing, bam, and I sent it into a group of coaches I know in the United States, and I asked them basically, do you live somewhere close by along this route? Do you have any recommendations of what to see? Maybe you're around, we can have a coffee, we can have we can have a steak together, we can have whatever, right? So we can meet up, let's have a coffee, or if you know where I can pitch my tent, that's a cool thing too. So that's what I've been doing. I think maybe the next part of this would be to get those recommendations and see if I need to alter the route somehow, right? So I think that's it. That's pretty cool. And maybe I can also check out some like Route 66 if there are any other routes nearby and so on. Otherwise, I think I'm pretty... This part of the trip or the planning of the trip, it's pretty much done. You know, I can adjust some parts of it, but this part is pretty much done. Next video, I bet I will dive into my project planning, and you know, I still have like the gear, the bike, what sort of equipment, temperature, weather forecast, and all of those things, right? But this is kind of what I've been doing up until now. So, you know, that's it. Stay strong, build your adventure, head out, do cool stuff, do epic shit, and I don't know, live an epic life. That's me. Greetings from Sweden. Swedwa. Bye bye.